What's up, everybody? Hashtag for the Acre Addicts. I'm your host, Steven, joined by my co-host, Henry. Say good morning, Gat.
Good morning. Good morning, Longhorn Nation.
Yeah.
Whoo.
We got big news today, actually yesterday, but we're going to speak on it today. USC UCLA decide to pick up and pack their bags to the Big 10. Initial thoughts, Gat?
College football is changing, man. Those super conferences we talked about a year, 2 years ago, it looks like it's coming into fruition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Two, maybe three big conferences. This is huge for college football with Texas and Oklahoma moving to the SEC and now USC and UCLA moving to the Big 10. Like, college football is changing.
That's
Right before America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right before it honestly, without the moving of the conferences and all that shit, it feels like it did back in the early 2000s when recruiting was on the roll. We were winning. It feels like we're getting back to that.
Everyone's starting to come out of the bushes and the closets with UT jerseys on and shit, wiping the dust off of them, spider webs. But it's a good feeling, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Them horns here.
Yeah. It's a different feeling this year as versus last year when we just got Sark, we just lost Herman. It's
going through a breakup, wondering if this new guy is just a rebound.
Yeah, Sark in his second year has already recruited better than Herman did in all 4 of his years. Better than Charlie Strong did in all 4 of his years.
But you do got to give the fact that Sarkisian does have the transfer portal and the NIL, and Herman didn't. But
yeah, Sark's a G with it, though.
He has taken full advantage. He probably got prepped up a little bit by Beard on that portal talk. And, yeah, we're rolling now. But
their offensive squad is built for greatness right now.
Right now. That's what we're speaking on. Offense is ready for 11-1. Defense
right now.
Defense looking a little 9-3, 8-4ish.
Yeah.
You know,
Facts.
Yeah.
Our offense, boy, shoot.
11-1, they're ready.
Put that offense together.
Offense CFP ready.
Yes, he is.
Don't quote us because we ain't saying team. We're saying offense. But yeah.
Once he gets that defense with the amount of players he has on offense that are just star-studded players, and once he gets those on defense, there's nobody in the nation's going to stop us. We're going to be on top again soon. In my heart, that's what I believe.
I like to see what Josh Pate's reaction on my bowl prediction is going to be. Out of Texas, going on a decade of Alabama top dominance, starting 2023. Most likely Quinn's last year in the burnt orange.
Yep.
Because I'm not going to be wild to predict us to go to CFP this year, but the year we appear, get ready for it to be a yearly thing. Every year, annually, we're going to be there.
Yep. Guaranteed. And, we just got to get those big boys in on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Got to get the monsters in there.
Get them ready for the trenches, man, because O-line, they young, but they looking like sophomores and juniors out there. You know, I'm not going to throw the experience level of a senior, but they don't look like freshmen. So, and I do want to hop back to the USC UCLA just for a few more minutes, get that out of the way, and we'll jump right back into the horns because it's big and it's what's hot. And what's hot is what we report to y'all. So USC UCLA, Matt Leonard even agrees. College football is changing, but it's more likely for the better. Could be for the worse in others' eyes. In our eyes, it's definitely for the better. If your team ain't joining these super conferences, you're probably thinking it's for the worst. We're gonna put that out there. But I do kind of feel bad for some of the schools because there are some schools like Stanford and Cal, they're talking down on them. And weren't we just hearing about a month ago that Utah was the next hand in hand with USC, but that Utah was like the best team in the Pac-12 right now?
Yep.
And how are they talking about it now? Like they're trash. Like they ain't even getting the invite anywhere. They're sitting in the corner soaking up while their date is over there dancing with the stud BIG10 commissioner. He's over there, yeah, and he's over there soaking it up. But,
yep.
So 2 or 3 super conferences, Gat. What do you think would be more reasonable? NFL style with 2?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Think it's going to be the ACC, the Pac-12, or the Big 12?
ACC.
The ACC will be the third one.
If Dabo gets his stuff together.
Yeah. You see Dabo's son working out his hamstrings?
Nah.
Woo! He got a little something there. Yeah, it ain't no football tape, but he got some strong calves, some strong back legs, boy. I tell you that much. He's doing them kind of like a reverse sit-up. Come from the back, and you raise your whole body weight up, and you're stiff as a board, and you're doing it with your hamstrings, lifting yourself.
Oh, that was Dabo Sweeney's son?
Yep, that was.
Yeah, I saw that then.
Yeah, I think his name was Drew Sweeney.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see that there. Did you see the 70-yard bomb from Arch Manning to Jonte Cook?
Yep.
Marked that DB, boy.
Yep.
Had him doing circles out there, picking flowers.
I believe that was Quinn. I thought he was getting thrown.
No, that was Arch to Jonte Cook. To Jonte Cook.
Okay. Hell yeah, because I didn't catch that, obviously.
Yep. It was beautiful.
I was more astounded that Jonte Cook was showing out the way he was. I didn't even think who the quarterback was.
Yeah, that was Archie throwing him that ball, boy.
Going on Archie, been watching a lot of high school games from Booker T. Washington coming to Newman to them playing undefeated. I can't even remember the name, but they're the Buccaneers somewhere down in Louisiana. And they man, kid's an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just mistake him for an arm. He can run it. I watched the man run 65-yard touchdowns, break tackles, spin guys. He was elusive. I saw him throw on the run to his left and throw across his body with pinpoint accuracy. Seen a little bit of it all. Also seen some of his weaknesses. Looking like he averaged about an interception a game to interception every other game. One was due to, like we were talking earlier, he was bombing it out to a wide open man, and because of it being a short ball, the man had to come to almost a complete stop, and that's when that Iron Man athlete running back Townsend, Xavier Townsend or something like that, committed to Iowa State, was able to pick it off. But other than that, there ain't many flaws. He's great in the pocket. He senses pressure. It's almost like he's got eyes in the back of his head. When that edge rusher comes coming up behind him, he knows when to duck and when to roll.
That's that Manning sense.
That's that Manning sense. He senses pressure, and they even had videos of him talking. I got to actually hear his voice and get to hear him break down plays. And he sounds like a 25-year-old in the NFL breaking down plays. Like, I'm dead. This man knows his stuff. He was talking about his plays he likes to run earlier in the game, and could sit there and tell you this one play. He was explaining 15, 20 different ways this play was gonna play out, and what he was gonna do in all 15 scenarios. No matter how that play played out, he had a backup and knew what to do in every scenario.
Yeah, which isn't good news for Malik. But then again, Sark turned Mac Jones into a first rounder, and that dude was a 3-star. I think Sark could make Roshan a first round draft quarterback.
I sat
Shit.
and I thought last night, and I came to a really, 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 really good conclusion on how Malik could play if he Casey Thompson this thing out and rode the bench for some years, how he could get a year in there with everyone else in play. So he's redshirted this year coming in. Arch will be redshirted next year. That gives them 1 year apart. If when the time comes and Ewers leaves, they give it to Arch. Arch can have it for 1, 2 years, leave as a junior, and he would leave as a he would leave as a junior, but it's a redshirt sophomore that he's leaving as. So he's technically a sophomore, but he's had 3 years, and that would make the next following year Malik a 5th-year senior, and Malik could be a 5th-year senior coming in to start. If Arch beat him out initially, as soon as Quinn leaves, Arch takes the crown, goes those 2 years on a dominant streak, burns off his redshirt sophomore year like Johnny Manziel did, go follow that NFL money and his family's legacy. Malik will be coming in that next season as a redshirt senior, and that's it. If Casey Thompson's this thing out and rides that bench for all that time with the transfer portal being the transfer portal it is today. Just a thought. You know? A lot of ifs in that one.
Yeah.
A lot of buts and whats and maybes and some crazies.
Maybe another theory, maybe he'll go one and done after Quinn, win us a championship, and take off to the NFL. Let Arch take over as a redshirt sophomore.
Yeah. If Arch will be patient enough for 1 more year.
Yeah. Because the weapons on offense are gonna be there regardless of who's throwing them the ball. You know, we're gonna have.
This is a great problem to have.
Yeah.
Great problem to have.
Yeah, dude, we got weapons out the wazoo this year. I'm so excited to watch this offense.
I still want to see
50 a game last year.
As long as Neary can stay healthy, we still have yet to see what he does. He could outshine all these brothers, and we don't know it.
Yeah.
Man's coming into his redshirt junior year, right? Or redshirt
sophomore.
Yeah. Redshirt sophomore. Okay, redshirt sophomore year. 3rd year on campus. Still hasn't got to touch the field during a real game.
Is he going to be able to touch the field this year with all the weapons that we have now, thanks to Sark?
If he stays healthy, yes. If he stays healthy, yes, because 1, I believe he has the skill set to get in there. In that rotation easy, hands down. 2, we're going to have a couple blowouts. There's physically
a couple.
Let's not get cocky, guys.
Shit.
You got to remember our defense. You can't, no matter how good your offense is, you can't score if you're starting your drives at the 10-yard line every time. Got to have a defense. Got to have special team working for you.
Yeah, special teams I ain't worried about. Offense, I'm not worried about.
I'm ready to see some Keelan Robinson again on some special teams. That's what I'm ready to get the return side of it all. And Jameson trying to return it. I want to see some damn blocks. I'd rather see some blocks than some returns because them blocks get you a little bit more excited than the returns do.
Sure, or Keelan chasing down their kick returner from 40 yards deep, and catching him. How did you have?
Keelan, I like Keelan, man. Keelan is something else. That dude can just flat out play ball. He's not just a running back, and he is so fast. And they're talking about Jonathan Brooks leaping over him. that running back position here in the future months to years, we'll see. Because they're going to be the two brothers taking it over next year.
Yeah, Keelan's a junior. Brooks is a sophomore. Blue's a freshman. And Roshan and Bijan will both be leaving after this year. I mean, unless we could talk Bijan into coming back for one more year, you know, maybe throw him a Lambo to go along with that.
Lambo.
Yeah. Another one, man. Shit. Y'all bring him another one. Keep him another year, please. Ricky Williams, that joker.
Ricky Williams, that joker. If we have the season we hope we can have this year, it ain't happening. He gone. He gone. I'm glad I got to shake that man's hand before he left. That's all I got to say. That was the softest, strongest hand I ever shook. It has such gentleness to it, knowing that it could have crushed me at any moment. That man puts blessings upon defensive players across the college nation. He just prays over them.
That's the baddest stiff arm in football right now.
Baddest stiff arm in football. Now you can't give the Heisman to the. How can you not give the Heisman to the baddest stiff arm man in the last 2 decades? I don't think Bush's stiff arms were that pretty.
Oh no, I mean Derrick Henry's was, but
yeah, Derrick Henry got some pretty ones, man. But even in the NFL, he
powerful ones.
Powerful.
Like he's in the WWE or something, and it's just.
Derrick Henry is what you create in a video game for your running back. You create him 7 foot, 345 pounds solid muscle.
Yep. Fast as lightning.
To run a 4.2, and that's physically impossible for that body size, but somehow
he's not even just stiff arming him. He's literally choke slamming him. Bam!
Your whole body going into the air.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, Bijan's flipped a few people while he's been at the University of Texas. Flipped them over, they even land on their feet. They flip so hard.
He got them landing on their head.
Like shit. It's a bad man, y'all. And this could be his last year, so y'all better pay attention. If y'all ain't watching him the last 2 seasons, you need to watch him this year.
So I want to talk about our second game on the schedule because nobody's counting us to win this. But if we do, my bold prediction could start this year. And it is a bold prediction. I want to hear what rating he gives it. I hope he gives it a 9.5, but he'll probably give it a 9. I see, because it's pretty bold. You know, it's one thing to say a year or 2 of dominance, but a decade.
Yeah, to beat Bama, our offensive line play is going to have to be on point, like 100%. They've got the baddest linebackers. They got the baddest defensive ends.
Yeah, see, who are you more afraid of that Saturday? You more afraid of Bryce Young or you more afraid of Will Anderson? Their star linebacker, was supposed to be a first-round pick last year, but decided to stay, just like you want Bijan to decide to stay for his senior year. Man, was going to be a first-round pick last year. He didn't need to stay. He chose to stay. We in trouble with that one. You ever watch his highlights? That man is.
That's what I'm saying. Our offensive line.
Over the place.
Our offensive line better be ready to go.
Will Anderson lives in the backfield. He lives back there. He's going to be giving Bijan hugs and Quinn hugs all night. That's my biggest fear. I feel like Bryce Young balling out is going to be expected. You know, Bama's going to get theirs on offense. They're going to score 30-plus points, 40 points. It's if our offense is going to do the same thing. Will Anderson out there? I don't know. Is our O-line going to be able to stop him doing what he does? Man,
that's the only thing. If we can stop that penetration, we have a chance.
We need to be fully abstinent on our offensive line. No penetration here.
None. Wear that garter belt. Put the lock on it. That chastity belt.
Chastity belt.
Lock it.
We are keeping it pure for the Big 12 Conference Championship game.
Wow.
So stay pure to the at least get us back to the promised land.
We ain't that far away.
So we're gonna agree on Will Anderson, I guess, because that's a scary man. Man decides to stay when he could be a first round pick. Will Anderson, I guarantee he gets. I'm gonna give him 4 tackle for losses, 2.5 sacks. I don't know how many tackles he's gonna have. I'm going to throw out like 11. I'll say he's their star player on defense for the night. He balls out. And even if we do score a lot, he's going to get his. He's going to get back there. He's going to be in Quinn's face. Quinn's going to find out real quick what college football is all about. And in a positive way, whether we win or lose, there's no better way to get broke into college football than playing Alabama.
Playing the best.
Playing the best.
To be the king, you got to beat the king.
Yeah, off the rip.
Period. You got to beat them.
And I love the fact that, because after Quinn's year next year, well, more than likely be moving to the SEC and Arch will be taking the throne. But that means in both of Quinn's years as a starter, that sounds so tongue twisty. His years as a starter, he'll play Bama both years. We never have to go to CFP or championship game to play Bama. We get them both of Quinn's years. So we don't beat them this year. Oh, it's okay. Quinn gets his experience. We'll see you next year down in Birmingham, Alabama, and we'll be ready. Quinn will be ready then.
Oh, then, Birmingham,
Alabama. We ain't
Alabama.
Ain't gonna be none of that. Tracy Lawrence, paint me a Birmingham. He's gonna be burning down a Birmingham. But he's gonna be ready that time, and we ain't gonna be an underdog. I put money down. There's not more than a 7-point spread on that game next year. This year, I think it's like a 14 to 21 point spread, if not more, on who them favoring Bama to win. Guarantee you it's under a 7-point spread next year. Guarantee you they predict a way different game after Sarkisian shows the nation what he can do with the 9-3, 10-2, 11-1 record. Because all 3 of those, to me, show nothing but positivity for the 2023 year. We go 9-3 this year, get a Big 12 championship win, get into a New Year's Six bowl, we get the CFP this year. Next year, watch out. Because we're talking like this right now. But what happened last year? We thought nothing was going to be crazier than last year. Then bam, this year happens. 2023's offseason. All this amazingness we're seeing for the offense. This is all going to happen again next year. But it's going to be on the defense.
Yeah, I hope.
I hope so. So Gary Patterson will start picking things left and right.
Shit, if we can get Anthony Hill to go along with Leon LaFleur, shit, bring it next year.
Gary Patterson going to be walking along America, picking up student recruits like Michael Jackson picking up little boys. He'll be walking by just like this guy, and it ain't going to even see it coming. He going to walk by and be like, oh, I like that one.
Oh, my God. Oh, my, he just brought up Michael Jackson. Banana nut bread.
Banana nut bread. That kid's going to be like, whoa, where am I going, coach? Where am I going? You going to Austin, baby. You just buckle up. I like that one. But that's the kind of power Texas is going to have next year. Y'all mark my words. It's going to be another one. A year from now, y'all going to look back at this video, mark my words. Gary Patterson, Steve Sarkisian going to be walking around just grabbing him by the collar and just, come on, I like you. You come on with me. They're just going to be like, oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, damn. Oh, shit.
Right.
I like it down here. Got 6th Street, first class, everything. Best weight room in the nation. Best
Lakes, rivers, golf courses.
Never-ending amount of things to do. Fastest growing city in America. Bang. And the fact that oh man, we had so many recruits. Our edge guy, the one who had the interview with Serenity.
Samaje Burrell.
Yes. I believe he when he was talking about being on his visit, he said everywhere else he went to visit, all the other campuses, when it was time to go out with the players, it would just be like 3 or 4 of them going out, you know. He said in Austin, he was getting recruited by Texas, going on his tour visit. He said when it came to go out with the boys, the whole team goes out. And that's that Vince Young, Chris Sim, Major Applewhite days that we're hearing about. Because back then we didn't have social media to know the behind the scenes. But now we're hearing it from everybody. And that vibe is back. That vibe's back in Austin. And I love it.
Well, definitely changed our culture along with our roster. Stark's doing improving as a head coach yet with the wins per se, but as far as changing the culture and changing your roster, that man's done it in multitudes. Like, hats off to you, Sark. Appreciate you. Thank you.
I do want to put something other, I guess you could say, not a bold prediction, but an answered prayer from Gat. He asked last fall, about late November, early December, shortly after we finally got a win against K-State and ended that 6-game losing streak. You asked, Steve, what does Sarkisian need to do to make up for a 5-7 season?
To make us smile through the off season.
He did everything he could ask for. He did it all. He did it all and some. He's massaging our backs as we speak. Oh, hold on. Oh, I found another knot. Oh, there we go.
Really, he missed out on one recruit, and that's it.
And that recruit's regretting his decision now.
The transfer portal. He missed out on one of those guys. That's it.
That man regretted his decision not coming to Sarkisian.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
The Mannings are fitting to be at our practices, bro. Like,
what were you thinking, Jordan Addison? I'm going to spit the name out there. Jordan Addison, what were you thinking?
I was talking about O'Shawn Mathis.
Oh, man. O'Shawn Mathis, I think we probably need a little bit more because our wide receiver room is plenty stacked, and we needed that centerpiece for him.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about that he missed out on. But besides that,
O'Shawn Mathis,
golden.
Definitely that would have been the queen in our chess piece for our defense.
Yeah, man.
That would have been the queen set. That's the one that wins the damn game for us. That's the Joseph Osai, Oklahoma State overtime player. Looking like a pterodactyl coming to swoop you down. I never seen a quarterback with so much fear in his eyes that day Osai chased him down. It looked a lot like that big guy with the nail in his head on Happy Gilmore chasing Shooter McGavin down. Get over here. Yeah. That kind of look. He looked petrified.
And that's the way
I bet you Osai saying it right now. They ain't stepping like we stepping. They ain't stepping like we stepping in this offseason. Man. I'm loving it. Well, How much longer you want to go? We're on here 30 minutes now. Another 5 minutes and we cut this off.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Got it done early today. Still got time to do everything else.
Yeah, I got a lot to do today.
Yeah, and I do not. That I think of now. I say that and something's going to pop up real quick.
Oh, man.
Any last thoughts on the college landscape with USC and UCLA making a move here in a couple of years? Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC. What's the next team to make a move? Because we got North Carolina, who's got rumors to be moving to the SEC and abandoning the ACC. And if that happens, your dreams of the ACC is going to be out of there. Because you're going to have Clemson. Miami's trying to get out right now. Florida State's like, don't forget me. You got Washington and Oregon who are scrambling right now to find a home. It's going to be hectic. Nobody wants to get left out. Nobody wants to get left out and put into a shitty conference. I'll just say it how it is. It's what it is.
Our conferences are going to be so big that we're not even going to be able to play each other.
Yeah, as of next year, they are doing away with divisions in college. No longer divisions. This will be the last year of divisions. So the SEC being split up into the East and West. And what started this is actually crazy. This is a great subject to end it on. What started this was the Big 12. At first, when the Big 12 got rid of A&M and Nebraska and Missouri and etc., we dropped down to so low of a minimum team that we had 10 in total. We had to play everyone on our schedule. And it kind of worked. It was more fair. It was the hardest path to get to the CFP. Remember the whole little speech? We have to play everybody in our conference. No other conference does that. When it first came about, they were attempting to fine us for it and stuff. Now, all these other teams are looking at it and seeing, man, that makes so much more sense. You should be playing everyone in your conference every year. Otherwise, you don't truly know who the best is. And so as of next season, there will be no SEC West and East. There will be no Pac-12 North and South. There will be no Big 10 Legends and Legions. All that's gone. ACC won't have a Northern Coast. I don't know how they split up theirs. I'm not quite sure how ACC splits their division up, but yeah. Division will be going away.
Yep.
2 to 3 years.
Everybody pay attention because it's changing rapidly.
Every day. We can't even keep up. We're trying our hardest to keep up with it, and we can't.
It's hard to keep up with it with full-time jobs, man. It's hard.
Well, Longhorn Nation, College Football Nation, all of y'all out there who watch and enjoy, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, help this channel grow. We would really appreciate it. The more you help us grow, the more we can be more informative and deliver everything right there to your speaker in your car or your iPad or your phone, whatever device you're watching this on. But until next week, next couple of days, remember the next big news hits, really, we'll be back. Any final words yet? All right, y'all. We love y'all. Hook 'em.
40 Acre Addicts.
Out.